Bam! Big up, everybody. Welcome back to TJ Warren TV. Welcome back to another edition of the Late Show. What's going on? How are we doing? Let me make sure that my audio is correct because, no, it's not. There we go. Now we sound better. Good Lord. I got to do that. I do that way too much. I do that way too much. Let me know how I'm sounding out there, guys. Let me know how I'm sounding. So, we got a good show for you tonight. We got Jacob from United Spurs of America joining us here probably in about 15, 30 minutes. So I'm just going to sit here and talk some shit with you guys until he gets here. We obviously got Ramsdale going out, Sterling rumors. We had the Champions League draw today. So a lot has happened since we did It's One of Those Things the other day. So big up, everybody, and welcome. Let's see who's here. Big up Hugo. Big up, Hugo, my guy. I hope you're well, my friend. Oh, man. No, it's good to have you here, Hugo. It's good to have you here. I will be back live for watch-alongs as well and match reactions moving forward. So, Hugo, I know you're going to be joining us on some of those moving forward. We got Warrior J here. Big up, Warrior J. Yeah, we're going to go over the UCL draw, what I think about it and all that jazz. I want to hear what you guys think about it. We got Private Ping Pong, my favorite private who also plays ping pong. Big up, my guy. And yes, there will be a FIFA stream this weekend. My wife is out of town, so I don't have shit to do. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going absolutely crazy this weekend with Fresca right now. But big up BS Gunner as well. Big up my guy. Yes, sir. Good evening. Make sure if you guys are new, smash the likes, subscribe, and all that jazz. Vader may join us as well. Yes, Fist Bump FC. Vader may join us as well. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, Arsenal have drawn, as Warrior J has pointed out, Atalanta. You got to take them seriously. I'm not going to lie. Inter Milan, Sporting Club, Portugal, Dinamo Zagreb, Girona, Monaco, PSG, and Shakhtar Donetsk. So let's, what I want to do here is I want to look at the home and away fixtures, and I want to get your guys' opinion on how you think we're going to do. Obviously, historically, away in Europe, we've been absolute shit. So I'm not like over the moon about the away games that we're playing, but the home matches that we're playing are going to be ones that we can and should be winning, in my opinion. But yeah, let's look this up. Arsenal. I should have been more prepared, but I was talking too much shit with other people. So Arsenal, UCL fixtures 24, 25. Let's pull this up. Let's pull this up. And I don't think they have any they don't have any date set yet. I don't think they're setting that until Saturday because they still have to do the Europa League draw and they still have to do the Conference League draw as well. So that'll be great. If that Atlanta game was home, you would have been okay. But for that game, since that game is away, no, I agree. I was not looking like Atalanta has established itself as a threat. Obviously, they won the Europa League last year. It's not like it's a really good side, and I don't underestimate these Serie A sides. They're very serious, and we don't play Serie A sides very often. So the fact that we're able to play Serie A side, I mean, we didn't even get a Serie A side in our group last year. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how we do against an Italian league side. Going to Italy twice will be a challenge, in my opinion. No, I agree. So let's talk about it. One sec. Let me get this up. ArsenalInsider.com, you guys. Very good draw for us. No, and I agree. Here's the thing. BX Gunner, I agree with you 100%. I'm not scared of the draw necessarily. A lot of people were like, I was seeing a lot of different opinions on it, but yeah, let's see. So let's just start with PSG at home. If we can't beat PSG at home and Mbappe-less PSG, I think that we have, yes, big up NF, hit the likes. We have big problems, and I don't think we're serious. If we don't beat a Mbappe-less PSG at home, I think that we're at the point now where we're bigging ourselves up to be these big guns. Okay, so establish yourself and beat PSG at home. We don't know what order these matches are happening in, but the both pot one matches, or at least the PSG one, I think we should definitely win. Inter Milan away is going to be very, very difficult. I think I'm going to probably mark that down as a draw or a loss. I'll see how Inter Milan do in their first couple of games in the league and in the Champions League as well. But again, Inter Milan are a serious outfit. Shakhtar Donetsk at home. Again, I think we should be beating them. No, get the adverts out of the way. I think we should be beating them. And then we can send Zinchenko home with them is kind of what I'm thinking. Go ahead and just send him the other way. Footy Judge Mo versus Saad. Yeah, I'm tuning in for that. 100%. Big up my guy Saad. I was talking to him earlier, but I was trying to get him on, but he's in bed. He's getting his beauty rest before his preview streams tomorrow, which I'm probably gonna hijack. I'm not gonna lie. Dinamo Zagreb, again, I don't know too much about this team. I believe that's the Czech side, right? Dinamo Zagreb. Yeah. See, I'm not too bad. No, Croatian. Sorry, Croatia. See, I'm fucking awful. It's been a long week, people. Give me a break. Then we got Sporting, which we always have issues going away in Portugal. Obviously, we were able to get out of Dodge against Porto last year, but Sporting has had our number. Obviously, that Europa League dropout we had 2 years ago lives rent free in my mind. I'm not happy about it. Vader, you're supposed to be here. You're supposed to be here right now. You are on the thumbnail, but you are in the chat. What are you doing? Big up Vader, but good Lord, Vader. Check your WhatsApp. Jesus. Anyway, my guy is in the thumbnail and he's talking shit in the chat. Unbelievable. These guys. These Man City guys, let me tell you. Vader needs a break. Vader needs a long break. I agree. He needs a long break. Maybe just take down that microphone, put it away, and stick to Twitter Spaces. You know what I mean? Vader goes to guarding. No, it's worse than Odegaard. Oh, he's getting into his house right now. Okay, fine. I'm just talking shit. It's fine. Yeah, we're gonna have a good show tonight with Vader, and Jacob. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure it's gonna be rowdy. We'll go for about an hour and a half. AS Monaco again, a League One side that will be challenging, but at home, I would expect us to beat them. And then Girona away is going to be very, very interesting. Like I said, going away in Spain has not historically been something we've been very good at. Obviously, those Spanish sides have our number, except with the exception of last year. So, obviously we avoided the German teams. This is a very, very top 8 makeable schedule, in my opinion, because in the new format, the bye, I think the eights get the buys, and then I think the 16. How does that work? I think it's between the 16s and the rest. They have to do a play in. So yeah, give me top 8. This is Arsenal are very much in a position where they can get top 8. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll see what happens. Big up Omar, my guy. Big up Omar. Big up. Go and sub to Omar, people. If there is a mod here, put his link in the chat, people. This guy's a rising star. I think he started his YouTube channel like 3 months ago, and he's already killing it. This guy's awesome. So yeah, go and subscribe to Omar, and we're gonna get Omar on the channel at some point as well. But yeah, guys, get your questions in, get your comments in. Warrior J says, TJ, be honest, if you watched the draw, you were confused on how the whole draw was going. I wasn't confused. I just thought the way that they were doing it was stupid. I thought, having Cristiano Ronaldo hit the button, like the pomp and circumstance around it, like I get it. You got to make a show out of it. But at the same time, like don't treat your audience like they're fucking stupid, and don't like it was honestly uncomfortable, to be honest. Like, because I think at one point the lady host, I don't know her name, the lady host like called Cristiano Ronaldo old, like, oh, you're gonna be too old to be pressing a button. It's like, good Lord, it was cringeworthy. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, the way they did it, it was just like, okay, so half the pot 2 schedules by the time you get to the team. Like, I don't know. I didn't like it. I think there are better ways of doing it. Like, if you're gonna do it that way, and you're trying to make a show out of it, I think they need to revamp it for next year. They definitely need to revamp it for next year. Collab coming soon. Yes, 100% Omar, my guy. 100%. Thoughts on the Neto signing? I think that it's dumb. I think it's stupid, to be honest, because if we're going to end up signing somebody like Neto, and then we're taking a loss on Ramsdale, like, why not just keep Ramsdale? Like, so Ramsdale goes for 25 million. How much are we bringing in Neto in? How much Neto? Neto, Arsenal transfer. I didn't see the transfer fee. I saw that. Loan signing. Okay, so as long as it's not a loan to buy, we're good. It's not a loan to buy, right? Yeah, okay, good. It's not a loan to buy. It's just a loan. Good. Yeah, no, I mean, he's a capable keeper, but it's dumb. Like, let's not take the piss here. He's like, we weren't sure if Ramsdale was going to leave. We couldn't get Garcia over the line in time, so we have to go get this guy. He's a capable backup. What am I going to say? He's going to be able to go into the early rounds of the cup matches and put in a job. He's better than Carl Hein. How about that? Carl Hein, who's out in Spain, just getting absolutely bent over by Real Madrid. But he did get one win. To start off the season, but yeah, he conceded 3 to Real Madrid. I believe it was last week. Yeah, I don't think 8:30 is late. Okay, thanks, Skolex. Thanks for showing up, by the way. Make sure you smash the like while you're here. No, it's late for our friends in the UK. That's what I'm saying. That's the point. That's the audience. That's most of my audience. So that's why it's late. Now, if you want me to go late, now that's going to be a FIFA stream with a whiskey sour. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been a long week, and I'm off for the next 4 days. So, bam. So yeah, I will be streaming a lot, and obviously I will be waking up early to do the Brighton watch along. So make sure that you guys tune in for that. Yeah, late for our friends across the pond. Exactly. And there are legends across the pond that watch this. So, like friends like Warrior J, legends, NF, legends. Like, all these guys are great. So yeah, all around the world. TJ Warren TV is global. That's what we're doing out here. But yeah, like, so what's your guys' predictions for these Champions League draws? Honestly, I think that it's gonna depend on when we play them. But I think PSG is a win, Inter Milan is a draw, Shakhtar Donetsk is a win, Atalanta is a draw, Dinamo Zagreb is a win. Sporting is a win or a draw. We have to win that. We have to win one of these away matches. I think AS Monaco is a win and Girona is a win. Girona lost. I was talking to Michael Griggs about this. Big up Michael Griggs. Every single time, Griggs TV. We were talking about this in the American Waffle chat today, and he was saying that Girona's dropped off just because they've lost a lot of their starting 11 that got them into the Champions League in the first place, which is fair. So we'll have to see how that goes. But again, Girona, at the same time, Girona we're in the league potting getting 4-0 wins. So, oh man, he's in the back. He's here. He's decided to leave the chat and grace us with his presence. Here he is, the man himself. Whenever he decides to hop on, I guess. Yeah. Whenever
the man is here.
The man
is here. The man is here, as TJ corrected. Everyone in the chat, hit that like button if you haven't already. What are the likes at? What are the likes at right now?
The likes are at 11 or 13. They're at 13.
Now, there better be almost double the likes after this appearance happens, because never, ever. Actually, I take that back. I've been on this channel before.
You've been on this channel like twice.
Yeah, twice. And for me to return again, the likes better be there. Everybody in the chat, what to do? Vader Games in the building.
Oh yes, there he is. Oh boy.
Woo! Yo, TJ, what do you think?
Dude, I like that kid. I'm not gonna lie, it's cold. I'm not gonna lie, it's cold.
Appreciate it.
It's cold. I 100%. Yeah, no, I 100% get it, man. And like, yeah, I was gonna say we had so much fun yesterday on the Manchester United Manchester City Arsenal show on Sarcasm City TV. Go and watch that. We just had to continue it. We had to keep it going because it was
Give the fans what they
I was
want.
listening back to it, and I was just crying laughing. It was so funny, but yeah.
Man, I enjoy. I mean, yes, we go at each other, American
Yes.
Waffle. I mean, it's all in the spirit of that show in particular. But
Yeah.
man, it's always jokes. It's always fun, and we got a lot to talk about tonight. So hopefully, those of you over on the UK across the pond, you've had your little coffee or you're able to stay up. But we got some things to talk about, and I'm gonna take it easy on TJ tonight. I'm gonna take it
Oh, you're
easy
gonna
on.
take it easy on me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because you had the gloves off last night, and I was just suffering under the punches.
I kind of
Yeah,
took
I
it
was
easy
over here.
yesterday
I
too.
was in the corner. I was in the corner cowering. That was exactly what I was doing.
I mean, you and Flawless calling me a crook was messed up, but
Oh,
hey,
no. Here's the thing, though. Here's the difference, though. Is like I can tell. This is how I can tell you don't watch my streams with Flawless. I call him a crook every week.
yeah, you
So
can
it's
call him a crook every week. That's fine. That's fine. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about the crook talk towards me. That was like, whoa. But hey, we move.
hey,
Warrior in the
we
building.
move. We move. All right. So and I just got done talking about the Arsenal UCL draw. I think we should easily be getting top 8 out of that
You said
draw. To be honest with
easily. You said
you,
easily.
easily. Yeah, I think easily we should.
What's
100%.
easily? Let's say because you got to play 7 opponents, right?
Yeah. So we got to play. No, we got to play 8 opponents.
8
Four,
opponents.
4 home, 4 away. So
So what's easy? What's easy? How
okay.
many
So
how many
easy is
wins?
Shakhtar Donetsk. Easy is Dinamo Zagreb. I think we should be beating them. Maybe not easy, but we have the club. We
Are
have the
those are those home
club.
games?
Those are home games.
Okay.
AS Monaco at home, so we get to have Flo Balogun back at the carpet.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
gonna we're gonna show him hopefully
Yeah.
that he's missing out, I guess. And then away. No, and then our fourth home game is PSG.
Okay. All right.
So I think
Home.
we should be
All
able to
right.
beat PSG at home.
Yeah.
Away is a different story.
Oh, but you said it was
Away
you said it's easy, but continue, continue.
away away is Inter Milan.
Oh, that is going to be nice. That is going to be nice.
I'm hoping. I'm not gonna say we're gonna lose that. I'm gonna hope for a draw on that one.
Ooh, that's going to be nice.
Atalanta away. That'll be difficult.
Ooh, that might be a karma game. That might be
Yeah,
a karma game.
it could. It
Because
could
you
be.
Arsenal fans were talking a lot of smack, taking a lot of shots at Liverpool with their defeat to them in the Europa. So
The only no. Here's the thing. The only reason why we were doing that, and I was participating
yeah,
too, is
of
because
course
you
you
had
were.
guys. No, because you had guys like Mike Doss and Husam, Don Husam, big up Don Husam,
Yeah,
out
yeah,
here
large
going
up.
Atalanta and doing the shimmy and shake on the
Yeah,
camera,
yeah,
and so they deserve it, in my
yeah.
opinion.
Their
Guys like that
arrogance.
deserve it.
Yeah,
I realize that Atalanta is a threat. They are a very, very good side.
you got to
One
respect your opponent.
recently, like when was the last time we won anything in Europe? 93? Like, and they just won a European championship last season, man. They're
Mm,
here for a reason. They're a
yeah,
good
you got to
side.
respect them.
You
You
got
got
to
to respect
respect
them.
them.
All right.
And then
So that might be a draw. Might be a
that
draw.
might be a draw. That might
Okay.
be a draw. I'm hoping for a draw on that one, to be honest with you,
Okay.
because
Okay.
Arsenal in Europe, we're allergic to away
Growing
games in
pains.
Europe.
I call it growing pains. I had to go through the same thing. It's growing pains.
It's brutal. Well, we got to continue to get into the Champions League to do that. But again, I'm not worried about that. Sporting away, which we're very, very good against Sporting away,
But
dude.
so Sporting away, yeah. I mean, you
I
said
got
it was you said it was comfortably you're winning this group. So
it's not a group. It's we just got to get into the
yeah,
top 8.
right.
It's not a group.
No,
It's not a
but
group.
you still want to be listen. If you're not
We
the
won't be
best,
top 4. We won't be top 4, but we'll be in the top 8.
but amongst the players, the clubs that you're playing against, you don't think you would have the better record versus? Hold on.
Yep. Formulate your
I
thought.
think the only club that you face that outside of that, I think PSG have the toughest. Looking at their draw or who they're grouped with, I think they're tougher than
I gotta
what
look
you
at
have
that.
to do. So you should comfortably be better than I think everyone else that you're playing.
I mean, on paper, yes.
Other than Inter, actually, let me take that back.
Other
I
than
don't.
Inter.
Yeah,
Other
I
than
don't.
Inter. On paper, yes. But Griggs was bigging up PSG and saying that they're even better without Mbappe. I don't think so. If we're not beating PSG at home, like we have big problems. I think
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
not serious. We're not going far.
I,
And then the
go ahead.
and
Go
but
ahead.
again, no. And let me just to finish my thoughts on this. I'm having flashbacks from 2 years ago when we went away to Sporting
Oh,
and
that was a great game.
laid an egg. Like no.
You shouldn't have flashbacks though, TJ. That should be like that PTSD should be gone. You shouldn't have
Yeah,
any flashbacks because you just got rid of. And before anybody in the chat accused me of gaslighting, I'm not doing that.
I
Let me just
I haven't
share.
done that yet. You haven't said anything too outrageous yet.
Hey, I usually don't. I usually get
Oh, okay.
told I'm gaslighting when I'm not gaslighting, but apparently me saying that is gaslighting. Um, you guys got rid of a lot of the issues, or should I say, you've strengthened with the issues that prevented you from getting a good result against Sporting. Your keeper, I just heard it's official, right? Your keeper
Yeah,
Ramsdale.
it's official. Ramsdale's taking his medical for Southampton.
There you go. There you go. So you got him out the door, which many would say cost you versus Sporting, right? There was that.
Yep. Oh
that
yeah, the lob. Don't
Yeah, the
remind
lob.
me.
So hey, he's no longer there. His concentration won't cause you guys any
Yeah,
problems.
he won't be yelling at birds in the crowd and shit.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. He won't be distracted that way.
He
So
won't
I
be
think
yelling. He won't be yelling at the away fans. And no, and here's the thing. Good for him at Southampton. He's going to need to concentrate because they're going to be conceding a lot of shots this year. So
yeah.
he'll be very busy down there.
His stock might rise because of all the activity that he's going to have to do as a keeper. But the PTSD should be gone. Don't Sporting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sporting. Don't worry about
Okay. All right. Well, Monaco again. I think that's a win.
That'll be interesting. Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
win.
That should be a win.
And Girona away.
Oh
We
yes.
should beat them too.
The City Football Group Girona. I will be there. I will be there. If you happen to, why are you shaking your head?
I'm just waiting to hear what you say next.
No, you're waiting to hear what I say next. When you're already shaking your head. What's happening?
Because of the sarcasm that you're already bringing is.
Right.
Man, City Group, my Spanish brothers, woo!
Yeah,
Like this
yeah.
is what you're doing.
City Football Group. I mean, there's a little, there's some
So
brothers here.
what happens if Girona actually go through and then they have to play City in the knockout rounds?
Well,
How is that allowed?
what do you mean? How's that allowed? I mean, there's
How
a
is
lot
that
of
allowed? They have the
there's a lot.
same ownership.
So
So
it's a percentage thing. Everybody plays to win.
people could say, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist here. I'm not a
Oh no, you're
conspiracy
not. No,
theorist. I'm
no.
not.
Yeah.
But it
Right.
it could be considered a conflict of interest. No?
For which club? Which club?
Manchester City.
The conflict is what to play.
Because you're playing your B team. And Girona, I don't know.
So wait, are you
Is
suggesting?
it in the best interest of Manchester City or the City Football Group for Girona to beat Manchester City? Not that I think it would ever happen over two legs.
Oh, I thought you were doing it the other way around. I thought you were suggesting to City to actually throw its performance.
No, I'm
against
talking about
Girona.
Girona throwing it. I'm not talking about
No,
City throwing it.
nah. I don't see the conflict of interest. I mean, City are expected to beat Girona, so
Yeah.
you know what I mean. That
There's
should already be.
115 reasons why I don't agree with
Oh,
you.
here we
That's
go.
fine.
The
But
115 reasons.
That's fine. No, but
Uh,
do you agree? Do you agree with me on that though? I mean, I think again. So PSG 3 points, Inter Milan maybe 1, so that's 4. Shakhtar Donetsk, that should be a win, so 7. Atalanta away, hopefully a draw, so 8. Dinamo Zagreb should be a win, 11. Sporting, let's just say we draw that, so 12. AS Monaco should be a win. So that's 15. Girona should be a win, so that's 18. I think
Girona
18 points.
away. That's Girona away.
Girona away.
All right. I mean, I wouldn't quickly.
I'm sorry.
say
I'm confident.
Yeah. No, I
am
like your confidence. You're confident. I like your confidence in a few players that you don't quite fully trust. I like that you're confident in a manager that you have in doubt. Like, I like the confidence.
Yeah, no. Look. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm going to address this right now because a lot of people are, oh, DJ, you're the American League gunner. You're so lazy. Your arguments are lazy. Blah 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 blah. No, and big up League gunner, by the way. Big up League.
Yeah.
I have different opinions though. my whole thing is that I don't come into it saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna lose." I don't like doing that because then what's the point in watching? Why call yourself a supporter? Like unless it's just like say we get a bunch of injuries and then we have to go into the Etihad and play you. I will be
circumstances,
honest
how
and
things play
say
out. Yeah,
we're
I get it.
probably gonna lose, but I'm still gonna go out there and support the club. Like if I'm gonna go out there and just be like, oh well, you know,
Yeah, no, I hear it.
we're probably gonna get 12th. And we're gonna get knocked out in the first round of the knockouts. Like no, I'm not doing that. Especially this year where the boys need to be backed this year because after this, like I've said, if we don't win trophies or we don't make well, let's be honest, a trophy is the only way we improve.
Wait,
And massive changes are going to come to the club.
There's a lot of trophies available for the season. All right.
Yeah.
So you can't just say a trophy. What
FA Cup minimum? How about that?
FA Cup minimum for the fan base to be like, all right, we're calm.
All right, we did something.
Let's-
So it's FA Cup,
and let's go again.
Here's me. You can clip this. It's FA Cup, top second again, probably. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Champions League semifinal.
Wow.
I'm gonna go out on a limb.
I mean,
these are my expectations.
Okay. I mean, the thing with the expectations, this whole new format, I'm kind of like, I'm a little reserved on it because, you know, will quarterfinals, will semifinals still mean the same thing? Like, I need to see how things kind of play out and how they actually decide on the order.
It's how they seed it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The group stage, like, I think it's going to be cool because you get to
we're all learning about it.
Different teams.
Yeah.
Well, no, and you get to see 8 different teams. Like, I like that a lot. I didn't like doing remember the PSV rubber match that we had to watch?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, who cares about that? There are no rubber there are rubber matches, but at least it's against a different squad. Big up Jacob for the raid. Big up Jacob for the raid. Big up everybody that is coming over. I know you guys are, most of you guys except for Christopher Ward, are Spurs fans, but we don't hold that against you. All are welcome here. TJ Warren TV, make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you're subscribing to Vader Games as well, people. Jacob Raid Ramiro looks so handsome in the thumbnail. Hey, you know, that's why we put stars over Jacob's eyes, is because he's so attracted to Kuti. That's why. That's why. Big up Nate Pye as well. I hope you're well, my guy. No, but okay, so let's transfer over a little bit, and big up Indian Gunner as well. Let's talk about your club a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Manchester City.
Yeah.
Inter at home. Paris Saint-Germain away. Now, this you have a difficult, and big up Jacob. He is here as well, and I want to get his
larger warrior with the info.
Big up Jacob. Big up Jacob, my guy.
Hold on. Let me start my clock. 1 sec.
Why are you starting your clock?
Why are you starting a clock, Vader?
Huh?
What's going on here?
I have no idea what he's doing. We're just going.
We're just timing it to how long it takes for the feds to get from the office to your front door.
No. I have an over under on certain phrases that Jacob says, and I'm just starting my clock. All right. No, we were talking about Manchester City, and this. I'm not going to say it's a difficult.
I think it's a difficult. It's a more difficult draw than we got.
It is. I respect it because you got to look. You got to look at the heritage. You got to look at the performances in Champions League. I know it's a different format, but you got to look at these heavy hitters. Inter were in the final just 2 years ago. We know that they got bad blood. I hear Mo kind of almost sheds a tear every time he thinks about that Champions League final, and every time he has to talk to a Manchester City fan with regards to it. So I know his club's going to be hugely motivated, even if it's just to get the win during this kind of like league format. But that's going to be a tough game. I'm glad that we're playing it at home. PSG. I mean, that's going to be. We should be winning that, but that's still going to be a tough game because it's away.
Yep.
And we know that they're eager to win Champions League. Bruges, I gotta respect them, but we're home. So let me calm. I think we played them 2, maybe 3 Champions Leagues ago. So I'm kind of calm with that one. Juventus away. That's a tough game.
You should beat
them. I should beat them. But I gotta respect the history, right? Jacob,
The
TJ,
heritage.
we gotta respect the heritage, Now, Sporting, hey, you just spoke about it earlier. Just remembering
I
a couple
respect.
seasons
I
ago.
respect Sporting. I don't want to go to. I'm not looking forward to that game in Portugal.
No. And I'm playing that game away as well. The other two, I'm gonna be honest with you. I should be winning those. So
Oh yeah.
when we talk about and actually, Sprata, we played last year. I think we played them last year in the group stage. So I should be winning that. And then Baristala Stava.
Bratislava.
Baristala. I should be able to be part of the top 8 based off of that grouping. I should.
You should be in the top. It's going to be you and Real Madrid in the top. I don't see the only game I see you maybe dropping points in is like PSG and Inter Milan. Other than that, you should be winning all of those.
Yeah, we should. Wait, what's happening here? Indian Gunner.
Speaking of winning all of those.
Oh, didn't mean to bore you with Champions League, Jacob. Didn't mean to
just
bore
like,
you.
what are y'all even talking about, bro?
The Champions League. Have you heard of it?
The
Champions League.
UEFA?
The UEFA Champions League. You've been in it before, but not for the last couple of years. By the way, that shirt is absolutely incredible. I saw that on your early.
Oh, righty then. The basis of my humor started with Ace Ventura, specifically the blowjob scene from the first one where he's like, whoa, whoa. That was great. And she has some big old boobies. But how are we doing?
Dude, how are you doing, Jacob? I was listening to you and Danny. That was a really good conversation. I was really enjoying it.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, because I very sorry for being late. I apologize.
No worries.
Him and I were getting lost in the sauce, and I was like, this could keep going. I have to stop. He's going to be on tomorrow, so we can continue. It's not a conversation that can be resolved today. It's not a conversation that's going to be resolved tomorrow. But it's a good conversation because, I always make fun of people who like to live in a little bubble where everyone says, you just say something and it bounces right back and it hits you. And, oh, that person just said the same exact thing as me. They just arranged the bouquet differently. To me, it doesn't matter, bro. I just, I love my club. Some people, they love their club and they're a little bit more strict about the way that their club should operate. It's just different strokes for different folks, and that's the beauty of loving this sport so much. But it was a good show. It was a very good show. Went over a little bit, but very good show, very good discussion. Absolutely.
Yeah, no. And me and Vader were just talking about this because I get accused of being an American League gunner. You're just an American League gunner stan.
Yeah, I love saying that to you.
Yeah, I know you do. But here's what I said as well for the folks that just joined.
Bosh.
What's the point in watching if you're just going to be negative all the time? Like, what if you're just going to lose every game? Like, I'm being very positive. I'm saying we're going to get 18 points out of our Champions League group stage. And a lot of people are going to say, wow, that's overly positive. I think that we have the club and we have the manager, especially after the last 4 or 5 years, that should be doing this at this point. So I'm being positive. I am not predicting us to lose any matches moving forward, except for maybe Man City away in the league. The rest of them we should be winning. Period. And people are going to be like, whoa, TJ, you're delusional. No, at this point, this is where we're at. This is where we're at in the project. We shouldn't be losing. So yeah. So all those people that say I'm a negative hater, so only sometimes. How about that? Only sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had the best defense in the league by a country mile. You should know about that, living out there in the cornfofields.
Yeah, I know.
We did have the best.
Scarecrow's waving at me right now.
Hey, TJ, it's getting warm out. No, I think for where Arsenal have been the last 2 seasons, granted Tottenham have spent more money the last 2 summers than Arsenal have, even though I like to take the piss out of that spicy Højbjerg y'all have named Declan Couscous. But I legitimately feel as though y'all just do one more piece of business and you legitimately should win the league. Sorry, Vader, but I think legitimately, unless I often forget Gundo is back, and seeing Pep Guardiola basically, if you know the South Park meme of Stan where he's like, and the whole room's covered in what appears to be icing on a cake, Pep was doing that about Gundogan. today at training, was busting all over left and right, and I was like, wow. He looks revitalized. Pep, Klopp last year, look, he couldn't get a fucking tune out of the guy. But Pep Guardiola looks revamped, like he got his best friend back. Like, when your best friend leaves you're like, oh damn, my best friend at work. Now work kind of sucks. Now he's got someone back at work that makes him happy to be there again. He's looking real fresh. So it is, of course, always going to be City's league to lose. But Arsenal they will be, I expect, challenging in some facet. Now, if you could remain as healthy as you did last year, that remains to be seen. I think that's why your defense was so good from an Arsenal perspective. But
we were lucky to be as healthy as we were. You're right.
But you made a couple contingency plans. You got Timber coming back. He could Chewy, would you sit the fuck down? God damn. I'm trying to concentrate. Like, wow, shit. What was I saying? You have had your contingency plans, God damn it, and Yuri and Timber. Now you got Calamari over there on the left side. He could play center back, play left back.
That's cauliflower to you.
I like Calamari. It's fancy, but it doesn't fill you up.
Really good.
He's like all. I feel like he's this fluffy, wow, Calamari, oh, so fancy.
Calamari.
But then you eat it and you're like, I'm not satiated. But we'll find out. I think those are your contingency plans for the injuries at the back line. I think the one thing you haven't done is address your striker problem. Do you need to take a piss? Is that why you're bugging? I might need to go let him out real quick.
If you need to let him out, go do what you do, bro.
But I don't know if you asked me a question or not, but you should be challenging. If y'all went and you got Ivan Toney, I said this to you at the beginning of the fucking summer window, TJ. You get Toney, and I think next year you have a shot, because you've got a guy, an out-and-out goal scorer. A lot of those chances, Gabriel missed in the 9, Kai Havertz missed in the 9, Martinelli misses every single day that he wakes up. I just think you clean that up, you win the league. Very plain and simple. You beat those teams that you drew against or that you lost against, and that changes everything. Again, you need the luck of health. You need the luck of shit teams being shit, but you're not going to get that luck when you come to Tottenham Hotspur. I'll tell you that much. We're going to...
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Okay.
I'm going to go let this dog out. I'll be right back.
This flipped really quick. No, and I agree with most of what Jacob said. But, Ivan
Toney doesn't work for you guys. Ivan Toney doesn't work for you guys. I don't think
Ivan Toney comes anyway, so I don't think it's the point. Pause.
I don't think Arteta wants that.
I don't think it's going to happen
in the clubhouse. But yeah, I mean, have you guys this whole debate, right? This whole debate on what you need to acquire to get over the line and winning the league. And Jacob spoke about Gundogan returning, and yeah, Pep is like,
that's a huge win for
I got a coach player on the pitch, right? I got a player that obviously has aspirations of being a coach down the road. He's going to look at the game differently, and I can probably channel all of my madness with what I want to do on the pitch through him. Is he going to be playing like a regular starter throughout the season? I don't think so. Pep's got an amazing problem to have to deal with. Rodri, Kovacic, in terms of those two maybe swapping, or obviously Rodri playing the majority of it. And then you got KDB, you got Foden, you got Gundogan, and you got James McAtee, who Pep wanted to stay and looks like he's going to get a contract boost.
It's the deepest midfield in the league for sure.
Yeah, we've got a lot of quality in the midfield. Now, to get over the line though, here's where I'm kind of like in two minds, because there is a season of evolution amongst players. Players aren't static, right? Saliba isn't the same Saliba from 2 seasons ago. He keeps getting better.
He's
Gabriel
better
as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not necessarily that you need to go out. Look at this.
I was muted. You didn't hear the fart noise I made with my mouth, very loud and exuberant, when you said saliva is going to get better.
I mean, like all our players, just like Kuti, who Jacob loves to talk about.
I'm sure we'll talk about
golden
Kuti.
standard. He's the golden standard. He is everything.
He is. I agree that he is a standard.
He is everything. He is everything. Don't at me. Don't chat me. You talk nicely when you talk about Kuti, or you're gonna get me revved up.
11 minutes.
I'm not even shitting on Kuti, to be honest. I'm not.
Because you can't. He's up there, way up there. You shit goes down. Talk to Saliba. Talk to Gabriella.
The best.
Who's actually better than dog saliva.
The best center back pairing in the league. You mean? Not that I don't rate. Here's the thing. Can I just say something? I'm gonna give you a compliment, Jacob.
Yay! I love compliments.
Ramiro and Van de Ven, very, very good. I would say top 3, top 4 center back pairing in the league. How about that? Is that good? Is that a good compromise?
Top 3,
Cheers.
top 4.
I'll cheers you for that.
Yeah, see, there you go. I would love to have Van de Ven. Oh, and big up Flawless for the raid. Big up Sarcasm City for the raid. Big up every single time.
Big up
our
Flawless.
brothers over there. Make sure that you guys are subscribed to Sarcasm City TV. Throw the link in the chat for the newbies. If you live under a rock and are not subscribed to Sarcasm City TV, what are you doing? No, my whole thing is like, look, I would kill to have Van de Ven as an option in on our back line. I think he's going to be one of the best center backs in the Premier League very, very soon. He has that pace. He's very, very good on the ball. Like I really, really like Mickey Van de Ven a lot. I'm a huge fan.
I do love me some Tricky Mickey, or as I call him, Big Dicky Mickey, but that's a story for another day. I'm here to tell you right now, when you're talking about center back partnerships, pairings, you can have nothing better. What is life about, Vader? You know this as a family man, as a grown man. Maybe not because you're Canadian, but like you get it. When I say this, you'll understand. Life is about balancing everything. It's a balancing act the older you get, right, Vader? You got a kid, balancing that, balancing your wife, you're a streamer, balancing that, throw it in there. You got another kid now, throw that in there. You got a dog, you got your own self, you got a PlayStation now, PlayStation 5 to be specific. Now you're trying to balance all this. Now when you talk about balance, this is what Van de Ven and Romero are. It is the symbiotic osmosis, like of a cohesion that just flows together, like as if a puzzle piece from nature was made. The divide in which you know, like when the Earth. Let's go back to dinosaur time, shall we? Let's go to the dinosaur times.
No,
and then
let's not.
dinosaur
What is in
time.
your
I love
What is
that. I
in
knew
your
this was
mug,
going to be
Jacob?
awesome. The prehistoric lesson. I love this.
Jacob needs to start drinking out of clear.
When we were
clear
one
glasses,
Pangea, Vader. When we
because
were
I
a
don't
Pangea. When we were a Pangea, it got broken apart. That's what happened with Tottenham center back pairing with Yan and with Yan and Toby. That was the splitting. Pangea is now fucking 7 continents. But what is going on now? What the research and the data shows, Vader, these things all fitted together, and that told us a different story. Now, when you fit Van de Ven, Kuti, like a fucking puzzle. These pieces were made for each other. It's like, whoa, bro, are we...
What is this guy doing? What are you doing?
Simulating a scissor action.
Yeah.
How 2 scissors can fit together like that. So my point is saying is, Romero, Van de Ven, you get fire, you get ice, you put in a little something extra, and now you get something special. And they ain't powder puff girls. I'm talking about the best center back partnership. The stats may not agree with me, but my eyes don't lie.
They definitely don't.
Like Shakira's hips in whatever country she may be shaking that ass in, they're not lying. Those hips will not lie. My eyes don't lie to me. And what I see is the 2 best center backs. Now, if we could just keep them healthy, keep them the cohesion together, that's another story. But if we could do that, hey, talk to me nicely. We got the best. Fuck Dog Saliva and Gabriella. I ain't never heard of them.
Hey, what? Hey. Mind my center backs, bro. The best in the league. Best center back pairing in the league. It is statistically a fact. So let's just relax. Even better than those scrubs over at Manchester City, John
Look,
Stones.
just because y'all play with the most clenched ass don't mean you're the best, all right? But okay.
Hey. I'll let the stats speak for themselves. You like throwing Ramiro stats at me anytime I talk negatively about him. I'll just
high scoring goal. Hey, no center back
Isn't
scored
his
more
job-
goals than
isn't his
Kuti
job
Romero,
to help-
but apparently
isn't his job to help
EAFC thinks Josko Vardiol has better shooting than Kuti. But Kuti scores the most goals. So math ain't mathin'. Everybody's a motherfucking hater. All right, that's why I have to fight for Kuti like this, because nobody puts the amount of respect that he should be getting. EAFC, the fucking criminals. I will find them in Orlando. I know a dude at EA. He did a face scan of me for Madden. If you didn't know that, he didn't play Madden 2017. I got my face scanned into Madden, so I know motherfucker at EA.
You can face scan
so when you got your face scanned into Madden, was it because you were like one of the camera guys on the sidelines?
No, it was the dude. There was media day, and they were scanning all the players, and they were like, "Oh, hey, look at that cameraman. He's got really long hair, and we're gonna start putting cameraman in the game. So we want to face scan a cameraman." And that's literally what they did.
That's fucking awesome.
But they said that my hair took too long, so they made my guy bald, and it didn't look like me. So I was like, fuck it. I'm not going to brag about it. But you're making me digress. I will find EAFC, and I will make sure that they atone for these crimes. But that's another story for another day. I'm saying right now, Cuti Romero, if you don't think he's the best in the world, that's okay. But if you don't have him in the top 3, I will find you just like an EAFC rating.
I'm gonna ask and it's gonna sound like an insulting backhanded question, but it's not. Do you think Cuti gets a bad rap because of how Ange sets his team up in the High Line?
No, I think he gets a bad rap because people made their opinions on him based off his first 2 seasons with Tottenham. And then they also throw Tottenham on top of that. It's a shit sandwich that they put on him before he could. It's to me like what the American government did to the low income folks in Philadelphia in the 80s. Google that. That's what it is.
I love it when you tell people to Google stuff.
Oh my god, this is all over the place. This man started his conversation by first talking about balance, wife, kids, PS5s, then started talking about the separation of the planets, or sorry,
no.
the Earth.
Pangea.
Pangea. It was Pangea.
Yeah,
the separating of the continents.
And then everything coming back together. And now he's talking. Let me just say this: you guys can go and talk about I've got the best center back pairing. Okay. Even before I was winning trophies, the conversation was never to brag about who's got the better whatever. It's about your team improving. You guys need to relax, talk about your team and how they plan on improving and getting better. This I've got a better center back trophy talk. Dead it, please.
It's
not even a debate.
Right.
I wasn't even saying
Vader,
anything
let
bad
me just
about
go
it
in
now.
on you for a second.
Oh,
You just
okay.
decided you see what it is I came in and my sights were set on TJ.
No, they weren't.
But now what you have done,
you talk about
I saw
City.
pew pew pew.
You
Okay,
talk about City.
Here I go, Vader.
All right.
I'm going to talk to you about your Manchester City defenders, aka the criminals.
Oh, they're criminals?
They're all criminals. And we're not going to, I'm not even going to tell you to Google their personal life. I'm going to tell you this. The main charge.
You brought up Gavardio's name, not me.
He's a fraud. He's a fraud. Bro, how many goals did he score last year?
Hey, before you do that.
How many goals did he score last year, Vader?
I'll have to look it up. But you know where he scored goals?
It's not more than Cuti Romero. But yet EAFC goes, just Gvardio.
Gvardio scored in the Champions League.
Yes,
so
we will.
Relax.
Pangea will be in the
You
title.
need to relax. All right? 1 goal in the Champions League is worth 2
just because your team be paying for the most blowies don't mean that what happens is somehow an indication of what was. Look, I'm here to tell you, Vader, when it comes to Manchester City, Ruben Diaz is where I'm going to start. Let me start there, okay? This fucking guy, he does bullshit. Just average, bang average. Goes to Euros. Worse than bang average, sucking ass. And what do they do when Harry Kane gets the most assists, most goals, sets fucking records? What happens? What happens then? They go, oh, Ruben Diaz, oh, Manchester City, And that is what they do. They choke their chicken to Man City every day they can. Oh, let me choke my chicken to Man City. Yeah. You know who else didn't lose a Prem 4 out of 4? Pep Guardiola. That's who you should be giving your praise to. Was Ruben Diaz a part of every single 4 of those for the entirety of each of those seasons? No. But they give him this fancy, flashy award because guess what? You were part of the best team project. You were this fucking dumbass who was a part of these really smart kids who put together a very good fucking plantation exhibit for the science fair. And then you get an A, and here's a fucking trophy for you because your teammates were fucking carrying you. All right, just because you got De Bruyne, who was the best those the first 2 years that he was at that team, he was the best in my opinion. Yeah. In the midfield at any team ever, De Bruyne was fucking killing it. Aguero for a couple of those too. So come on, big up Matty.
No.
Look, big up Matty.
Frauds, lies. This is why you're going to court. You must atone for your sins.
You know who isn't a fraud? Hold on, before you reply. But you know who isn't a fraud? David Shire. He is not a fraud.
Big up, David.
Thank you for the super sticker, my
It's
friend.
David Shear.
David Shear.
Like
thank you for the correction. I do not want to mispronounce anybody's name, especially when they're a goat and they give to the channel. So I appreciate it, David, every single time. David Shear, absolute legends. Okay, sorry to interrupt. Vader, continue.
No. So it's okay. I'm accustomed to being interrupted with Jacobs on stream. Now, the thing that I want to point out with regards to Manchester City, the thing I want to point out with Manchester City and you going after my defenders is I don't care about it. I don't care whether you think your guy's better than Ruben Diaz, whether you think Ruben Diaz
the billionaire don't care that he splashed
like
fucking
I said,
dirt
I don't
water
mind
on the
getting
bum.
interrupted. I don't mind getting interrupted by Jacob. It's commonplace.
Sorry.
But when it comes down to my players, getting the recognition, like this season, and Phil Foden getting the recognition, not only by the players, but also coaches, managers, and the press. There's nothing else for you to say. You can do all this. I think they're better, but facts, not fiction. Foden's been able to do it. Ruben Diaz has been able to win it. KDB's been able to win it. Yeah. What? What's that?
You ever seen the movie Little Rascals? I don't know if they got that north of the border in Mooseville where you live. You ever heard of the Little Rascals? A very classic film. Reba McEntire.
Which one? The Reba McEntire.
The one where when I was a kid, the one that came out.
Yeah, the one where Reba McEntire was the race car driver. Yeah.
No, she was the lady. She was like, "Hey, y'all, you get a." She looked good as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
Talk to me nicely.
Yeah, 100%.
Works 2 jobs and never stop. Shout out Reba McEntire. I will become a fire element Pokemon for her. But all I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna go back to the point. Little Rascals. This is what you remind me of, Vader. You know the kid in Little Rascals? His daddy was like, look, he got you the fastest car, and it's a box race where you build your own car and you race to the finish line. And the Little Rascals, that's what Spurs are. We're the Little Rascals. We're just putting shit together trying to fucking make it work because shit ain't been working for a long time. You are the guy whose daddy bought him the best, the fastest, the nicest, the here you go, bling blow. In your face like a Lil Wayne song back in 2002.
Oh, it's true with the Macaulay.
That's a damn lie. Chelsea United
Macaulay Culkin?
Manchester
I don't think
City.
it was. Was it Culkin?
He looked like Macaulay Culkin.
I know. I don't think it was.
No, it wasn't Macaulay Culkin. But
listen, anyway, the Little Rascal stole your bitch. By the way, you can hold that, Vader. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Spurs.
He stole his bitch.
Spurs talking about spending is kind of funny because I'll leave that alone for another conversation.
They haven't really spent any money.
They had, that's the thing that's funny. They have the capability of spending the money. They choose not to. So when you want to think about what their motivations are in terms of existing in the Prem, I think, unfortunately, Jacob knows the answer: profitability. But I want to just speak about the vision. It's about the vision. It's not about overspending. It's not about having a daddy that's buying all the greats. Because you know what's being spent a lot more than over at Manchester City, Manchester United, Chelsea. So the spending equate to winning. So dead this all. You spend a lot. That's why you're winning. No, that's not why we're winning.
I mean, if you spent the most to build the fanciest house, it's going to cost less to maintain it because it's all the finest. So it makes sense that if you look at the microcosm of, this one window or that one window, then yeah, sure, you have spent less. But again, whenever you fucking bang, it's going to take less to fucking supplement that thing than it is for...
Either. No, I'm not accepting that because coming to the neighborhood with all of the beautiful homes, City came to that neighborhood later than you. So don't talk to me about, us spending because... all of you were in the Prem before us.
I have a landlord. You don't be mad at me for the building. That's a landlord's building. I don't own this.
Now we're doing the landlord.
I got a landlord.
What I love about this?
His name's Daniel Levy.
Here's the thing is Vader has a landlord too. They're just oil.
But his landlord is his father. So if he's late on payments, Daddy take care of it. Daddy, my plumbing not working, and Daddy gonna hire a plumber. Daddy, I need a new window. Daddy gonna get you a new window.
I've got 115 charges. That landlord coming out.
Your daddy going to court. Tony Soprano provided for his family, although all the legal mishaps, etc., still provides for his family. Point withstanding.
When it comes down to this season, this is what I love. All of this Kuti best center back pairing. You know what's happening? The spotlight. The spotlight is going to be nice and bright. And you know what's going to be great about Jacob's watch-alongs? You're doing watch-alongs this season, right, Jacob?
They've been A+. They've been A+ so far. Very good. Very, very entertaining.
The majority of rivals in that chat will be gunning. And I use that pun purposely because those Arsenal rivals will be gunning for every slip-up that Kuti has. You're trying to claim that he's better than the pairing over at Arsenal.
I'm aware.
It's going to be a long season, Jacob. a long
There's
one.
something that I was told in a documentary I watched. Shout out that fucking documentary. And it said this, Vader. The wind blows the strongest at the top of the mountain, baby. And that's where Kuti is. So that's fine. I want y'all to analyze him in the sense of which he is the best. Because that's the standard in which I hold to the motherfuckers y'all trying to say are the best. I put them under the fucking microscope and I see Saliba going with the pass over there, with a pass over there to fuckville. I don't see Kuti do that. I see Kuti drop a pinpoint. James Madison, if he was any better of a fucking fuck you, Madison, for this, because it was a peach. Kuti Romero, little 50-yard bomber right into the bread basket. And what did James Madison say? I'm gluten free, and he missed it. Well,
Can Ramiro do any wrong?
Yeah, and he did. He had 2 bad passes at the beginning of the game, but guess what he did after that? He righted the wrongs. He had a bad giveaway, and then he went and clattered into that motherfucker, and he said, "Give me your lunch money, bitch." And I like that.
Okay, well, no, I was just making sure that we weren't totally deluded, and that you can be critical of Kuti when need.
I'm way more critical within the 90 on my watch along. That's when you'll find me the most critical of Tottenham in general, because I'm too much adrenaline and passion and all the other juices. Too much of it's flowing. And
wow,
what we're 80% water or some shit like that, so there's a lot of juice.
It's a lot of water for sure.
But that's when you'll find me the most critical, and I'll call it out. I said, Kuti, that was bad. Fix up. And then what did he do? He fixed up. And then not only did he fix up, he fucking dunked on their head top. So every time I ask for something, he gives me more.
So here's my question. Here's a question, and then Vader, you can follow up. So, because I put in the title, Spurs have. Are you worried about Spurs? What are you worried more about? Are you worried about Spurs' ability to keep the ball out of the back of the net, or Spurs' ability to score goals?
Score goals, 100%.
Okay, that was what I was thinking, because honestly, like, the fact that you guys didn't go out there and get a proper right winger is going to absolutely kill you guys.
Well, we did last summer. That was the idea, right? When you spent $55 million. But this is one of those things. There's 2 names I staple onto Ainge Postecoglou's chest, and that's Brennan Johnson and Dominic Solanke, because he verbatim went out there and said, these were my guys, my targets. Timo Werner, he said, they presented me Timo Werner, and I said, okay. AKA everything a manager's done. I was having this debate on my channel earlier. It's like, because people blame Ainge for Timo Werner, and it's like, no. Do you blame Conte for Jed Spence? Do you blame Conte for Fraser Forster? Do you blame Jose Mourinho for Joe Rodon?
Joe Rodon totally disrespected.
Jose said, give me Skriniar. And they said, how about a Joe Rodon? He's like, okay, if we're going cheap, give me Kim Min-jae. He plays in the Turkish league. He could be pretty good. Give me that guy. And they said, no, we'll spend $3 million more on Joe Rodon because we got whatever I don't know. But what I do know, TJ, is time and time again, what this club will do is continually fail the manager that they appointed. I'm hoping that things have changed. It's hope. There's no concrete scientific evidence in it. But there's hope that there is going to be something changed. And that is in the fact because Ainge is the first manager since Pochettino to start and finish a season. And he's also the first manager since Pochettino who failed to get Champions League and retained his job. So those are 2 indications that maybe something has changed, or maybe we're slightly going in a different direction. I don't know what this dude...
I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what he is thinking.
Question for all of you. You have to take one and they start in your team ASAP and for the rest of the year. Mudryk or Brennan Johnson?
Are you asking me that question?
Both of you. Specifically Vader, you fraud, because you just over here eating calamari, fine dining with fucking fish eggs, and I'm over here eating McDonald's. Before
we accuse Vader of taking all the good appetizers, big up
caviar.
Big up Safi for the raid. We got 300 inside. Make sure you are smashing the hell out of the likes. Make sure that you're subscribing to the channel if you are new people. Subscribe to Vader Games. Subscribe to United Spurs of America, people. He just gave us a history lesson about Pangea and the dinosaurs earlier. If you missed that,
it was a correlation. It wasn't a history lesson. If you learned something, that's your own fault for failing yourself.
It definitely wasn't a history lesson.
Sorry. Go ahead, Vader. Go ahead, Vader.
It was a representation of how pieces can fit together oh so elusively. That's why I brought up
And
Pangea.
then you went further and then put two scissors together, which also symbolized something different as well. Now, I want to talk about the whole thing with regards to. I want to talk about this whole player acquiring players.
So we're not going to answer the Mudryk question.
That's an easy one. No one wants Mudryk. Seriously.
I'd rather take Win the Dog than either of them. So
Johnson over Mudryk.
No, I don't want either of them.
You have to take one.
Yeah,
or your cornfield burns.
If I have to take one, ew, God, that's so
or the
bad.
field is
They're
on
both,
fire.
They're both so bad.
Come on.
Like Gundam
And
my
they
head.
start. And they start for the rest of the year.
Oh, in my club? In my
Yeah.
club?
No, you have to choose one. Just choose whichever
It's
is the
not- you
better.
don't have to
Okay, so
literally
Brendan
pick apart the
Johnson plays
hypothetical.
primarily on the right. I'm not getting.
Let's say he's
Saka off
left.
the right.
Let's say they both play the same position for your club. Who cares? You're
Which is the
doing
better
the whole.
player?
I present
Yeah.
a hypothetical. Well, what's the weather like? Is
Well, then
there a
it's-
car?
well, okay, so then it's Mudryk then.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's Mudryk. Then.
For me, I choose death.
Brendan Johnson is
but
shit.
I said it's life or death, and no one chose death. I find that very intriguing. I
Death
choose
was an option?
Yeah,
Death
I
was
said
an
life
option?
or death.
Oh, yeah, no.
I'm
then
choosing
then
death.
Then I'm taking a header out of this window. Then what are you doing?
You guys are walling. I'm not choosing death. What are you, crazy?
He's
It's not
choosing
that
Mudryk.
bad. It's not that bad. Now, I want to, Jacob, real quick. Do you think Kuti is so good
Yes.
that he would be approached? The answer is yes. So you think Real Madrid's going to be bidding, probably throwing out a bid and trying
Bro,
to?
they were frothing between them gibbities. I'm telling you, they were more foamy than a fucking latte at Starbucks.
All right.
So
That
yeah,
was
does
my
that answer your
question.
question? Just because frauds like Will from Carnage, fuck Beville, they're all gonna be like, we don't even want QT.
He's having a bad night. Let's not talk about Will. He's having a bad night.
Yeah, they can't beat tourist destinations. I've seen they draw against every single top flight Spain destination.
That experiment is looking poor right now. I'm happy. I'm happy us getting Holland and them getting Mbappe. But hey, it is. That's a conversation for another time. Which a conversation you and us should have with Will on camera. I don't know where he's hiding. Actually, you know what? It's Thursday night. It's probably date night, so I won't hold.
Probably
him.
licking his wound somewhere and ordering
Yeah, I
chicken
know.
tenders.
He's trying to come up with excuses. He's literally watching these streams and writing down the excuses he's gonna throw in the group chat and on his streams tomorrow.
I can see it.
100%.
With Champions League, Jacob, which team you gonna be with?
Europa, you ass.
No. I know you're not.
He's asking your opinion on Champions League. God, you know what? Jacob,
whoever Arsenal's
he's
playing, that's
channel,
my favorite team.
Whenever Jacob's on another channel, he is on the defense, 100% behind the sandbag shooting. This is what this guy does.
You know what's
man.
funny, TJ? You know what's funny? You look at the background of Jacob's space, right? He gives the illusion like he's got balance and calmness, and he's able to just be so level. The instrument.
That's your wife's channel. Let's be real.
This man is full stress all the time.
I'm very stressed. I'm a father of two. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I'm a trophy husband.
Oh,
I gotta keep up this physique.
Where?
Yeah,
You're
very
giving out a
stressed.
list like we should be crying about it. What's going on here? You've got
No,
two, not
look,
three.
you asked in Champions League. I thought you were trying to take the piss, like who did we draw or whatever, and I was like,
I don't do
that's
that.
not till tomorrow, jerk. But what I would say is who I'm supporting. I saw y'all get Inter, right? You play Inter. Shout out Inter. I'm full Inter. Inter. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
So that's your Champions League team is Inter because we both play them.
I don't give a shit what City do. Okay. I just care whoever Arsenal play. I'm giving all my energy. I'm giving my chakra to them. I'm aligning the chakras, putting my fucking force out. Inter Milan, baby. Here we go.
You need to rethink this. Think about the upcoming shows that you're going to have with one individual that you tend to do content pretty often with in Mo. I think you want to be on the opposite side of Inter Milan. I think you want those practice sessions. Think about this.
No. I will tell you this. I will tell you this. The amount of annoyance a happy Mo will be from Champions League is not the same level of, I don't even think annoyance is a proper word. I think if Arsenal, like, bro, have been hating. I gotta take this baby.
Hey,
Hey, there's a baby.
I say hi, mama. Oh, you sweaty. Yo, you're sweating with your mama. Like Bayern Munich, when y'all play Bayern, bro, Eric Dyer, I have been trashing him for 5 years. And I was like, come on, Eric Dyer. I was rooting that motherfucker like he was Tottenham. I'm telling you right now, I don't care who, what, when, where, whatever Arsenal are playing, you can guarantee Jacob's a fan of the opposite.
all right.
So that's just what it is.
I'll be. I need to see the remainder fixtures that Inter have, but that I'm
not picking them to win it all. I just want them to fucking do good and
Well,
stomp all over.
picked someone to
Who
win
else do
already.
Arsenal play? They play a bunch of people. I hope all of them teams win. Those are all my teams.
Yikes.
Well, we have a pretty favorable schedule, to be honest.
I would agree.
Who do you got?
Yeah, so we got.
I didn't pay attention to that shit.
It's okay. We got AS Monaco.
Don't worry, we won't be doing the same. We will be doing the same thing with Europa tomorrow.
Oh, you see, this is why I was on defense, TJ. Because you see that? I knew he was gonna have some like drop
started
syrup.
it. You started it.
Yeah. I see. I'm on to you, Vader. I don't know what side of the moose you woke up on, but you chose violence, and I'll meet you.
Actually, real question. Have you been up to Toronto?
No.
Okay. All right.
I only go off of what was that movie? There were state troopers.
It's on your bucket list. You'll be up here. Don't worry about it. We'll link up.
I do want to go to Niagara Falls.
That's not far.
Yeah, I do want to go there. But there's a movie, Super Troopers. That's what it is. That I based my entire opinion on Canada based off of that movie. So
then wouldn't Canada be awesome then? Because those movies are freaking hilarious.
No, because in the sequel it shows you just how evil the Canadians really are.
Oh my goodness. I judge America based off what I see from South Park.
Like you too,
that's a pretty good. That's a pretty good representation, I think. You know, I grew up in the same neighborhood as those creators, and they nail it. Honestly, that is what suburban Colorado is like. Suburban and mountain Colorado is absolutely like that. You can laugh at it. Like I grew up in it, bro. It's absolute genius every single time.
Any movie that has El Paso in it, it don't look like that. I don't know what filter from Instagram they're using to put on it to make it look all red and like that. It don't look like that. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, well, you have your draw tomorrow.
Did
Jacob.
Staffy time out David?
Yeah, he's back now. I don't know what's going on in the chat. The chat is absolutely lit up. By the way, guys, make sure that you're smashing the likes and subscribing to the channel if you are new. Are you not entertained? We got the Man City fan that everybody wants to see. He has so much gas. He is literally lighting up campfires all over the world right now. This guy is absolutely insane. No, don't shake your head. It's a good thing, Vader. No press is bad press. You know what I mean?
What?
No press is bad press.
Yeah, no press is bad press, but
what are you talking about?
No, I read between your lines.
Some of the biggest gaslighters on YouTube are
That's not what I am though.
Hundreds of thousands of subs.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's for different reasons. I'm not building.
When did Staffy get that many subs? Overnight.
Wow.
He said some of the biggest gaslighters on YouTube have 100,000.
He's not even here to defend himself.
Yeah, he is.
He's just in the chat timing people out.
He's cooking. I mean, it's sadly against David Shear. David Shear's my dog. I would always, David's right. Anthony still sucks. You can hold that. That's your $90 million winger. At least we didn't spend $90 million on Anthony. And you know what? If I threw Anthony in there, I guarantee everyone would have picked Brennan Johnson instead of if I did Brennan Johnson versus Mudryk. If it was Brennan Johnson versus Anthony. Mm-hmm.
What do you think about your chances in the Champions League? Or not in the Champions League. Sorry, Europa League. My bad. I really didn't even mean to say that. I wasn't even taking the piss on that. I didn't even mean to do that.
It's better than our chances in the Champions League this year. That's for sure. If that helps answer that first question. Honestly, I feel decent. It's like with anything. Do I think we can? Yeah, sure. Why not? It's anyone's game. But if I look at history and I remember all the fucking times I was like, that Conference League is ours, baby. Look at that mesh looking trophy. It's like got the chain link fence in it. Looks sick. I want that thing. The first one ever. I could see it now. Jose versus Tottenham in the Conference League final. And it was going to be a whole thing. We didn't even make it out the fucking group. Now, I haven't even done any research to understand the format. There's a new format, and it's all like everyone gets a pick at the dick, and I don't give a damn. Whoever we're playing, we're stomping them. Tottenham Hotspur, future Europa League winners, talk to me nicely, because there's an omen, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill you in on this, because I guarantee you weren't aware of this. I guarantee, and you weren't even aware of this too, Makachaka, so I'm going to inform you as well. There was a certain double Europa winner captain of Tottenham Hotspur who was on a show with a very good colleague of mine named Hotspur Hippie, aka Paul, aka him over there in Australia, aka my G. Big up Paul, Hotspur Hippie. He had Steve Perryman, former Tottenham Hotspur captain and Europa double 2-time winner. He did 2 Europa doubles. Talk to me nicely. So anyone out there lying, saying, where's your trophy? You just got to look harder, motherfucker. All right? It's a grower, not a shower.
Books, baby. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of Wikipedia do you all right.
You know,
but look,
get the book out.
You know, we were the first British team to ever win a European trophy as well, so that's very nice. But look, my omen.
Going back to
like
the 1930s now, or what?
No, it was 60s and 80s, so you can hold that.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
You wouldn't know anything about it actually, so let me and Vader talk about European trophies, okay? Look,
Vader wasn't winning European. Vader, were you winning European trophies in the 60s through the 80s?
He may not have gotten the club last, you know, in the last 50 years. He may not have been let in the club. He's in the club now, and he's got bitches in VIP. All right, let's be honest. But 1984, yep. And guess who was our captain? Steve Perryman. And you know what he said? He said a lot of things.
What did he say?
And none of them were specifically what I'm about to quote. So don't take this as a quote as what he said. But my interpretation of the things he said is we're winning Europa this year and the League Cup. Talk to me nicely. We're doing a domestic double, a junior sized, a little Pee Wee Herman junior double. Talk to me.
Happy Meal size.
Toy included.
Toy included, yeah. But it's like a shitty toy. You know what I mean? It can't be like
yeah, the battery, it's fucked. It's really light plastic. But I'm telling you, how I feel about it, my chances are we could win it. Probability says maybe not. Probably won't. But I don't fucking care what they say. I'm not Albert Einstein. I ain't sitting in a room with a fucking calculator, probably going over probabilities and results and fixtures and betting overs and unders. Only over and unders I care about is when Kuti goes over your head and then you're underneath him because you got dunked on, you pussy.
Anyway, here's who you're in the pots with. I want to see. I want your reaction to these clubs that I'm about to put on the screen, and I want to hear honestly, do you have the depth to go all the way against the likes of Porto? I don't even know why Ajax is there. Ajax is they're kind of dead. Yeah, no, I look at this and I think, you could do you could do some work. Like I see, Real Sociedad is there. They could do some damage.
Real Sociedad is one of my top 4. If I pick top 4 that I think have the biggest chance, of course, I'm putting my mighty, glorious Tottenham Hotspur at the very top of that list.
Do you have the depth to go all the way?
It's sometimes not about the depth or the length. It's about the girth. And we've got one of them.
Oh my.
And Tottenham, for me, when I look at that pot A, Manchester United, you can't ever rule them out of a competition. Porto, Ajax, Roma, those are another big names. Eintracht Frankfurt, they ain't been shit since Glasner left, so not But Real Sociedad, now I'm concerned about that. Lyon, little concerned about that. I think you got 2 of them Turkish teams like Fenerbahce and Galatasaray.
Yep.
I think they could be problems. Athletic Club Bilbao. If no one buys Nico Williams, we got to worry about the Williams brothers. Hoffenheim is a good side. There's a lot of good sides in there.
Too. Don't disrespect Olympiacos. That guy Griggs is going to come after you.
I mean, shout out Olympiacos. I'm just I technically went with AEK as my Greek team that I support because when I was in Greece, I kept seeing like AEK shit everywhere, and I was like, cool. That's the first one I ever heard of. You're the one. So But big up Olympiacos. They are like the Bayern Munich of the Greek league, so I kind of don't want to pick them. But I think what's their name? They're still doing Champions or Conference League qualifying. So when you look at depth, like bro, could you name the backup striker, left back, or wingers for Real Sociedad? I know Kubo. I know their starting lineup. I don't know who's on their bench. I don't know. So the depth question, I feel like could be applied to a lot of these clubs. Where I worry is the unknown depth of a Porto, Ajax, Roma. They sometimes have those little things you never heard of that can actually be dangerous. But to me, I mean, I think it's a fighter's chance. And if you ain't got that much going into it, then fuck you doing here.
So
No, I agree.
is the format the same where they're going to be playing against 8 other teams, or is it slightly smaller?
I think it's the same. I thought it was the same.
It's
Yeah, it's the same.
All right,
Again, I haven't looked into it because UEFA, they're a bunch of criminals, much like the Ballon d'Or voters. That's why I don't put that kind of thing as any substantial weight or merit on or indication of anything. Vader, you can hold that.
Why is that a Vader? You can hold that.
Because y'all part of the same crime organization, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh my god, UEFA's been going after me for years. How am I part of the same organization?
Just because Tony Soprano and the dude from New York, I forget his name, were beefing, don't mean they didn't work for the same fucking company.
If we're gonna move like that, I should be hating you constantly because you're
John Sacramone, by the way. Don't disrespect my favorite TV show. Go ahead, sorry.
Your Levy guy is always in the mix with things against Manchester City. So let's stop this. Don't make it.
Yeah, because y'all are doing things that our fans are asking, and he's like, "Stop giving my fans ideas."
You would want us.
Joe Louis need a new yacht and 5 more bad booties.
Manchester City.
We can't be paying for all this.
Isn't he on house arrest?
Boat arrest.
Oh, boat arrest. Okay, sorry. Thank you for the clarification.
So he's still smashing models on that thing. We're losers. he's
like
winning.
70 years old. No,
he's like 90. He's committed heinous crimes against humans, but no one talks about that. No, let's get him a new yacht. But sorry, Vader, go ahead.
No. Hey, you can be combative. You can make me an enemy. That's fine. I'm accustomed to it. When you're winning, when you're at the top of the hill, like you want to mention, the wind is
the
strongest,
wind blows
right?
the strongest at the top. So, yeah, the wind blows the strongest at the top of the mountain. That's what I said.
I'm gonna deal with it. I'll deal with it. I got to bounce, but I want to say this. If we have more of these, is it 3 lates or 4 lates? Late.
Three lates. It's 3
All
lates.
Right. The late shows with TJ. Hey, always count me in if I'm able to do it, and I'll be here. I might want to ask beforehand to know who you also plan on inviting, because it may be a yes or no. But I love this show, Jacob.
How dare you disrespect Jacob like that?
I'm not disrespecting him. I'm not disrespecting him. I said I love this show. It was great. No, it's great as always. And despite him being late,
I hope there's a crack in the bottom of your maple syrup jar right now, and it's just getting everywhere in your kitchen.
Oh my goodness!
Now your kids are playing in it, and their hands are covered in syrup. And then a moose breaks into your backyard and shits all over your patio. This is what I'm hoping for.
El Paso. But love to you guys. I'll catch you in the group chat, obviously, and we'll link up again. Great show.
Yes. Yeah, we'll catch you. Big up everybody. Big up Vader every single time. Make sure that you guys are.
He is a criminal, but he's a good guy.
Him. No, he is absolutely a criminal, but we don't hold that totally against him. We kind of do, but that's okay. We only talked about it for about an hour and a half yesterday on Flyle's stream. But anyway, all right, Jacob. Before we wrap up, you guys have Newcastle this weekend, right?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
St. James.
What are you thinking?
Trauma.
It can't be a nightmare. It's not going to be a nightmare this time, right?
Last year it was. The year before that it was. If you're a betting man, you probably say 3rd time's the charm that we fix it. That's what I'm saying. Come on now. No, but in realisticness, like I did my amateur scouting report and I watched them in that cup and they look like dog shit versus Nottingham Forest. They drew versus Nottingham. I had to go to penalties with Nottingham Forest. Ran by Nuno Espirito Santos. Yeah, who the fuck is that? That's what you just said.
Goat Spurs manager. Anyway, keep going. Sorry.
I will make you proud. This I will do. Fuck, what was I saying? Now I'm thinking about that He was just happy to be there, bro. That's like if they hired me. Just give me the script. I'll tell you what I want to say. 46 likes. What are you? A bunch of
Yeah,
frauds?
46 likes is absolutely criminal for 250
More
people
criminal
in here.
than
That's
Vader.
absolutely ridiculous. That's more criminal than Vader and Flawless combined. Like that's how criminal it is. It's absolutely criminal. 100%. So guys, get the likes up and get the subs up. I'm 7 subs away from 1,300. So give me there right now.
7
away. 7 away.
7. Come on, now there's 7 of y'all that ain't subscribed.
That's easy. And where else are you gonna get late night entertainment like this? That's all I'm gonna say. Where else are you gonna get it? Where else are you gonna get it? Anyway, but yeah, what's your score prediction?
Speaking of getting it, David Shear's getting it in the chat.
David Shear's getting it again. This guy's awesome. Another $5 super chat. He says, "A long season for Staffy. I look forward to it. Big up TJ. I subbed and liked. Big up my guy, Dave Shear. Absolutely. Thank you very, very much. Anybody
he's a big supporter of my channel over there. So
yeah, I know. He's an absolute legend. Anybody that supports YouTube creators like this is absolutely incredible. And anybody that makes Staffy's life hard, I will support that too. But big up Staffy at the same time because yes, we need to kick up the ass. Get us up to fucking 75 likes before the end of the stream. What's your score prediction, Jacob?
Well, they're definitely gonna score against us.
Yeah,
I know that. Isak is too good. He looked fantastic. I thought in the opening 30 seconds that they scored versus Nottingham Forest. I think he's looked pretty good. They have some pieces that weren't out there. I think Bruno Guimaraes, however you say his name, I think he's one of the best midfielders in this league and highly underrated. Well, maybe not, because I think they put a crazy release clause on him or something.
Yeah.
Because City were trying to buy him. I think he's one of those.
We were looking at him too.
He is a game changer for whoever has him. And I think he's just such a stud. Like he, to me, reminds me of Kuti as a midfielder. But that's another story for another day. I just had to insert Kuti wherever I can.
I know.
But look, Kuti's got 1 goal out of 2 games. I think he can make it 2 goals out of 3 games. So I think it's going to be atrocious for moments and then stubborn at other moments. I do see Newcastle at least scoring 2. At least I could see Isaac, Anthony Gordon. They demolished us last season, so I'm giving them respect. But I see it, yeah, just like potato. See, I know I got a potato in the oven and I'm about to eat it tonight for dinner. But we literally on the same page right now, because I really think my score line, I'm seeing a 3-2, 3-3. I could see either one of those being a reality. I think they're going to score very quick. Probably within the first 15 to 20. Yeah, I'm almost done.
We're wrapping up, Mrs. Jacob, I swear. Go ahead, keep going.
I think that it's going to be a intensely butt-clenched game. I think my watch-along is going to be highly stressful. Here's the kicker. My watch-along starts at 6:30 in the morning, local time. I'm going to be waking up at 4 a.m.
Is that on Saturday?
Sunday.
Okay, because I gotta get up at 5:45 to do mine. We got
on
the
Saturday.
12.
Yeah. I hate that, man, because I agreed to do these pre-match pump-ups on one of the biggest Tottenham channels there are, and I'm really grateful to do it. But it starts an hour and a half before kickoff, and I need at least an hour to wake up before that so I can speak English language, and so I'm in a fun position where I have to wake up at 4 a.m. for this game. So if we get fucking pounded, it's not going to be a good day because I woke up way too early. I didn't do shit Saturday night so I could wake up. It's going to be stressful. Okay, I'm ending. She's trying to like shut up,
I know. I hear it. We're going to get you out of there.
But I think I'm going to say a 3-2 is my official prediction because we're going to win. But realistically, if I had to say like from a neutral standpoint, I could see a 3-3. 2-2, 3-3.
I'm going to go 3-2 Newcastle, but it's going to be a shootout. I agree. I have no reservations about that. I'm going to be watching that one closely because it's going to be a high scoring game. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. If you guys want my Arsenal predictions, you're going to have to wait until tomorrow because I'm going to go live for American Idiots tomorrow at the same time, same place, 9 p.m. UK time. Oregon Goon will be joining us and a special guest will be joining us as well. But everybody, we have to wrap up. Mr. Jacob, Mrs. Jacob, they have potatoes to eat in the oven. I gotta go find something to eat. My wife is
Actually,
gone.
she
so
said
I don't even-
falafel, so I was
Oh,
wrong. She made
falafels, dude, that's
falafel.
awesome. No,
Shout
no,
out
I got it.
Staffy. We got falafel for dinner.
We got falafel. Yeah, shout out Staff.
Falafel.
Shout out the Egyptians.
Falafel.
But I'm gonna go. I might actually get some Middle Eastern food too. That actually sounds good. And shout out to that chicken tender merchant, Will, as well. He wouldn't know anything about
Like, I'm going
food
to a
outside
Middle
the United
Eastern
States.
place to get chicken tenders and a grilled cheese.
Chicken tenders and grilled cheese. All right,
Chicken
guys, we're
tenders
gonna
and
wrap up. Thank you guys so much for joining. Make sure you smash the likes. Make sure that you are subscribed to Vader Games TV. Make sure you are subscribed to United Spurs of America. The links are going to be in the description if you're watching on playback. Leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think. We're going to redirect over to RSM, who is doing a deadline day stream right now. So the entertainment continues, people. So go over there, say TJ Warren TV Raid, and we will see you next time.